I come to the garden alone while the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear falling on my ears, the Son of God discloses. Hey everybody, Lady Cheryl here. Now I've been making a lot of videos lately. I'm not going to be doing this all the time, but if you're a gardener, you know each season there's a lot of work to do. And so because I'm breaking it down and only doing like 30 minutes a day, I'm putting out more videos than normal. But after I finish this project, I will only probably be making one short and one long video a week. Here are my Texas star hibiscus. I grow the red ones. They are perennial. In my last video, I mentioned that I was going to show you how to prune them. If you wait until you have a couple of 95-degree temperatures, they will completely dry out. You see how this is? I'm going to try to snap it off on camera. There we go. And I just leave the little roots in the soil because that's where these are emerging from. Remember, don't pull them out. Just snap them off because you don't want to disturb the new plants that you're getting. And they're really easy to snap off after you get some hot weather. And you learned that from experience. That's why I never did try to take them off before. I was waiting for them to get a little bit drier. So easy. Work smart and not hard. Okay, now that I've got this pruned all up, I'm pulling the straw back to see where I have room to put the seedlings that I grew upstairs in my room. And you can see I have several growing right here. So I have these 3 seedlings that I grew. And I'm going to transplant them today. And what I want to do is dig a hole. I'm just going to put this right here for right now. This looked like it could be one coming here. It was covered with the straw. It'll turn green. So I'm going to put one right here. Probably I got 3 of them. See? 1, 2, 3 cups. And I'll probably put 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to dig a hole and I'll be right back. I have all 3 plants in. 1, 2, and 3. And as I was digging up the dirt in this area to plant these real deeply in the soil, I saw some little baby plants like this coming up. So there will be more. So you don't have to grow these every year. I forgot to grow some or bring some transplants when I moved over here, when I sold the house and food forest. So I started some seeds last year, and this year I won't have to do it anymore. Now let me show you what I did over here. To keep damage to your plants, I always remove the bottom leaves. Because you can see over there, the leaves are not touching the soil, and they grow like that automatically. Okay? The second year. So I'm going to remove the ones over here. Just pinch them off. So you don't want to have anything touching the soil. And I mulched it real good. And guys, that is it. The reason why I started growing Texas star hibiscus is because hibiscus tea will lower your blood pressure. I used to take 6 blood pressure pills a day toward the end of my kidney failure. Now I don't take any blood pressure pills. And even with the 6 blood pressure pills, I had to drink the hibiscus tea to help lower my blood pressure. That's why I started growing them. I'm growing them now because they're beautiful. They attract pollinators, and hummingbirds usually land in North Texas about May, and these will be much taller. Now look at, I don't know what you want to call it, the trunk or the stalk on here. This is the second year. Look how skinny the first year is. These are going to be twice as tall as the new ones. Okay, I hope to help somebody. The hibiscus tea will help with lowering your blood pressure. But what was causing my blood pressure to be elevated was my kidneys overworking and my heart overworking, trying to cleanse my blood. Once I went on dialysis, my blood pressure dropped and I had to get off all of that medication. But I still like the hibiscus tea because I like the taste of it. I'm planting my last mushroom basket. You can see the wind whipped it up, but that's okay. Trust me, I've done it before. It'll be okay. The tip is to plant it real deeply into the soil because all of this will grow roots all the way up there. So I'm gonna put it in because I don't have a tripod with me. I just coaxed it out of the cup. See those roots all the way down in the bottom? And I'm putting it in here. And it could go a little bit further, so I'm pressing it down. And then I'm just gonna cover it up, guys. And I will be sharing how well it grows. Because remember, that plant right over there was real wimpy. Let me see if I can go closer. That plant right there looked like it was gonna die, but it bounced back. So don't be afraid to. If your plants look a little wicked, don't worry about it. Plant them anyway, especially tomatoes and peppers. You can also pinch these little bad parts off of your plant. And I'm gonna share this with you also. Since I put all these onions and marigolds, I haven't seen one insect flying around it or crawling around in it, like those doggone squash bugs. Trust me, put some onions and some marigolds. That onion right there. All the onions get too big and you've got enough stored, just put them down here near your plant. Just break them off, cut them off, and put them near your plants. The hornworms don't like the smell. And then you know I'm gonna pop in some basil. I'm getting ready to separate some of this basil. I showed you guys in the video how I mass sow it. And you kind of know after you've done it for a while what plants you can mass sow like that and transplant them later. And basil is one of them. And I shared with you how I did the marigolds the same way, and hostas, tomatoes, the little dwarf tomatoes plants. So yeah, I'm gonna just separate these and pop these in all over this garden bed. And we know that the basil will help keep some insects off these plants, the non-beneficial insects, along with the onions and the marigolds. I can't say it enough. I put some basil right there. Right there, if you can follow my finger. Right here. Right here, over there, and I got one more I know I put over here somewhere. Oh well, if I can't find it right now, it's okay. It'll pop up later in another video. But I think I've got enough protection now in this garden bed. I am finished bed number 2. I put a few more marigolds and basil all in this bed. And you see that straw right there? I'm going to straw this side of the bed once I see the basils really took. Here are the dwarf cherry tomato, tiny tim seeds that I put into this green stalk and over here. And now you see they're getting their second set of leaves. So I'm going to prick some of them out. I'm going to put a couple of marigolds in here with these onions. And you see I have the basil. I'm going to thin these 2 out. And then I'm going to put them right here. I'll be back when I'm finished. I'm finished, guys. Look at here. I've got me a marigold. I've got some basil right here. And I thinned out these cherry tomatoes. I did the same thing over here. 2 pieces of Genevieve basil. That's the one that I like the best. It's going to grow tall. It's going to repel some of the insects off of the strawberries right in here. Yeah, I'm all done. All I gotta do is water them in. I'm going to replenish this layer of the green stalk. I'm going to add some more soil. And these are the ones that I removed from these 2. And I'm going to fix this up right here. Okay guys, I got my supplies. This is new Miracle Grow potting mix. And then I have some worm castings. And let me just say that I don't pick up those heavy bags. I have a chair where that potting mix is sitting. And I shovel some out, put it into a container, and then bring it over to where I'm working. I do not strain my body at 71. I can't do it. On dialysis, I just can't do that anymore. And I got my little rake, and I'm gonna go through here and make sure that I don't have any deep roots inside of here, because you see that's where I had some winter crops growing, and it looks pretty good, nice and moist, because I had watered it yesterday. And yeah, then I'll just add my new potting mix to the top and some worm castings, and I'll plant all of this. I saved a basil seedling, and all I do is, guys, you can use a divot or you can put your finger, just put it right in there, let those roots go down very gently, and then close it up and water it. And this is worm castings. Even if it hit the top of the plant, it won't burn them. And while I was at it, I added worm castings to this container and this container. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow. Please like, subscribe, and share my video if you know somebody that could use some information about how to garden if you have disability, health challenges, or if you're a senior citizen. I've found ways during my 40 plus years gardening to do stuff easy, guys, so it won't be so taxing on your body. Well, thanks again for watching. You know that I love you, and God loves you too. Bye now.